If there were only 10 hours of power shortage in an entire year, would you build a power plant just for those 10 hours? It doesn't sound like a great investment, but for the grid, it's not something you can simply ignore. Welcome back to the FLOWCAST, the energy storage knowledge hub. In the last two episodes, we talked about two ways energy storage makes money: ancillary services and the wholesale arbitrage. If you're not familiar with them, why not check out those two episodes first? They share one thing in common: you get paid when you deliver electricity or grid services. But today's topic is a little bit different. You don't necessarily get paid for how much electricity you deliver. You get paid for making a promise. Whenever the grid needs me, I'll be there. That's capacity market. So why do capacity markets exist? Because what worries operators most isn't normal days, but extreme situations. For most of the year, the generation already on the system is more than enough. But during a summer heat wave, when millions of air conditions switch on at once, or a winter cold snap when the heating demand surges, electricity consumption can reach its annual peak within just a few hours. That means the grid doesn't just need enough energy, it also needs enough reliable capacity that can be called upon whenever those critical moments arrive. Because the real risk almost always lives in those few hours. This isn't just hypothetical. In 2021, Texas experienced a severe winter storm. Large numbers of power plants went offline, natural gas supplies were disrupted, and available generation capacity dropped sharply in a very short period of time. More than 4.5 million customers were affected by the power outage, and some areas remained without electricity for days. At the time, Texas did not operate a separate capacity market like some other regions, leaving fewer dedicated reserve resources available during the crisis. The lesson is hard to ignore. Every grid faces the same question. When demand suddenly spikes, who guarantees that there is enough electricity? That's why many countries and regions like UK, Italy, or Poland choose to buy an extra layer of insurance. They don't just pay for electricity that's actually generated. They also pay for the assurance that enough capacity will be there whenever it's needed. The way a capacity market works is a little bit like making a reservation in advance. Except that this reservation is usually made years ahead of time. Take the UK, one of the world's most established capacity markets, as an example. Capacity auctions are typically held years before the delivery year. That's why you will often hear a term T-4. T refers to the target delivery year, while T-4 means capacity is procured 4 years in advance. If the forecast changes later, additional auctions such as T-1 can be used to make adjustment. Why plan so far ahead? Because building new power plants, deploying energy storage, and even upgrading grid infrastructure all take time. If you wait until the year before a shortage happens to realize the capacity is not enough, it's often already too late. The grid operator first calculates how much reliable capacity the system will need. Then it hosts an auction. Generators, storage, demand response, even large industrial users can bid. Resources are selected from the lowest cost upward until the capacity target is met. The successful bidders receive capacity contracts for the relevant delivery year and earn capacity payments accordingly. But there is one important catch. If you take the money, you have to keep your promise. When the system enters a period of stress, you must either deliver power or reduce demand as a grid. If you fail to perform, you may face penalties. That's why the current purpose of capacity market is not to buy electricity. It's to buy reliability and commitment. Energy storage is becoming an increasingly important resource in capacity market. What capacity markets need is the ability to provide power when it matters most. And one of the biggest strengths of energy storage system is ability to respond quickly when the system is under stress. Now, let's put all three episodes together. Ancillary services sell regulation capability. Arbitrage sell energy. Capacity market sell commitment. In fact, energy storage projects really rely on just one source of revenue. The best projects stack multiple revenue streams and find the right balance across different markets. And that makes the energy storage business so interesting.
Nice.
As more renewable energy comes onto the grid, the value of energy storage will only continue to grow. FLOWCAST, Energy Storage Decoded. See you next time. By the way, this June, we're heading to Intersolar in Munich. Visit us at C2210 to witness the launch of our next generation utility storage flagship. And after the tech, stay for the party. Come and join us.